Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Addison today here with our team preview for the Turn 17 Rocks draft. This is the team I drafted. Sorry, we're a little bit late on this. I've been on vacation, just got back. So I'm going to have the draft video going up today, and I think I might have the actual game going up tomorrow. Going to be a little bit behind the scenes, going to be playing that soon. Um, but yeah, so this is the team we drafted. I've got all the kind of information here. Um, but so this is the team we drafted. We got first pick of the draft, which was really nice. Our first pick allowed me to get Kirim. There was a few options for first pick, there was like Deoxys Speed, Iron Valiant, Iron Bundle, and stuff like that. But I feel like I really liked Kirim because Kirim could do a lot of different things, being physical, being special, being mixed if I wanted to. You can run specs, loaded dice, scarfed, other random sets as I see fit. Gets a lot of cool coverage moves. And I feel like it's like a lot more versatile than some of the other mons, other than like Deoxys Speed. But I kind of just liked how hard it hit more than Deoxys Speed. And then I didn't like Bundle, because Bundle you have to hit Hydro Pumps, and like I'm never gonna hit a Hydro Pump. So, and then Valiant was just like, I don't know. Every time I've seen someone take Valiant, I swear they lose. So I was like, I don't know. Kirim felt good, so I got Kirim as my first pick. And then since I was the first pick, I had the wheel pick, so it came all the way back to me, and then I get two picks. So by that time, I was able to pick up Cinderace and Slowking. So for Cinderace and Slowking, I think that they're like these three combo really well together. Like a lot. Cinderace helps keeps off as like a secondary hazard removal, because I knew I was going to be getting a spinner later on again too. Cinderace is like a secondary hazard removal because Kyurem doesn't like hazards, and Slowking likes being able to run leftovers over roots. Cinderace also, helps take down the steel types really well that Kyurem doesn't like. It also, just helps pair with it in a lot of those situations. But these two are really good at covering each other's weaknesses. Kyurem can take down the water types with Freeze Dry that Cinderace doesn't really like, and the dragons that Cinderace doesn't like because they resist his Pyro Balls. And then Slowking is really good for switching in to like, the water moves that Cinderace doesn't like, and, the freeze dries that or sorry, the Cinderace switching into the freeze dries that these guys don't like. So it's a really good, just core here. Also, Cinderace gives me a really nice speed here at 119, which is faster than your 110s, faster than your 115s, etc. And also, Slowking gives me Chili Reception, which Chili Reception gives me a way to not only get my powerful Kyurem in, but it also allows Kyurem to be able to like click blizzards or do whatever I kind of want there. It just also gives him like the snow, and get your ice type defense boost in the snow. So I think these three are a really strong core here that'll work out well. And the next pick, I was really surprised it came back to me. I got Tinglu around. On my next wheel, I got Tinglu Serena. These two were really nice because they help patch up a rock weakness that I had here, right? Where rock hits these two super effective, and Slowking doesn't really like rock. So, I get my rock resistances. And then Tinglu also just helps like set up hazards. Kyurem really appreciates hazards. It gives me an electric type switch in, which I didn't really have before. Gives me a ground type, gives me a strong mon. Like these four also have no overlapping type across these five, which is really nice. Serena gives me a spinner here. Serena's a really cool mod as well. Serena gives me like spin, but you can also run it like scarfed, banded, assault vest, gets like triple axle, like drop kick is really cool, you get to drop their attack, gets U-turn, a lot of fun stuff. So these, gives me more versatility. Tinglu can set up hazards, Tinglu can whirlwind, Tinglu can just eat hits and be annoying, all that fun stuff. And then my next pick, I got Mismagius because it is a 105 speed tier Pokemon, so it is faster than all of your base 100s, one of the faster Tera captains, and it's in that nice speed tier range to where Pokemon that are, like, base, like, 100 can't just, like, it can't just, like, ignore speed tiers or stuff, or base 110ers can't just speed creep only Kyurem. That's the main thing I was trying to say. Like, base 110 Pokemon can't just go, well, we're not outspeeding Cinderace, so let's just speed creep Kyurem, you only need to use like probably 170 something EVs or something into speed, and then makes mons more bulky. Nope, now you have to speed creep Miss Magius. So like it's gonna help a lot just in forcing prep. Miss Magius is really good. It's strong. Gives me a spin blocker too before Tera, which is nice for Tinglu. Gives me a ground immunity, which I didn't have. And I'm running it. So for Miss Magius, I have Tera, Ghost, Fairy, and Fighting, which are really nice Terras. Fighting allows me to hit Steel types, which I don't have coverage for, as well as like obviously Rock and Normal types, which I don't have coverage for Normal and Steel. So Terra Fighting's really nice. Terra Fairy is nice as well, like defensively. And then obviously you have to have your Stab Terra. And this one is cool. You get Nasty Plot, you get Substitute, you can run Specs, you can run Trick, you can run Scarf, all kinds of stuff. So another versatile mon, helps with types, helps with my speed tiers. I think my speed tiers like are really good this draft, so that's a nice thing here. Sylveon. Next I got Sylveon with Miss Magius. And Sylveon is really nice. It's a very good defensive fairy. It really helps Kyurem because Kyurem doesn't like to switch into dragons, obviously. And if a faster dragon comes in, like a Lottie or something, I have to switch out. So Sylveon gives me a switch into that. Especially since it's very specially defensive, it switches in really well to like special attacking dragons, which there are a lot of like Draco Meteor spammers and stuff. So I get it gives me a switch into those. It gives me wish passing abilities to Tinglu, which Tinglu really appreciates being able to get wished up its health. Even like Cinderace to an extent too, and like Serena. But like all these mons really like being able to get their health back with wish. And then it also is just strong. I can run some weeks, Specs or Calm Mind or something, and Hyper Voice hits like a truck against teams that are weak to Fairy. And it also gives me a nice like base 60 speed tier, which is just a nice like middle speed tier here between Serena and Tangela, which is nice. So then going into the next round, I wanted like an electric type and a Terra Captain, and I was in a steel type. I was looking at a few options. I was looking at Jolteon, but I eventually landed on Regieleki and Reverum. And Regieleki, I'll start with Regieleki. Regieleki is really nice in draft. I really like it in draft because it is so fast that a lot of the time I can run literally 0 investment or like 40 investment into speed, and I'm outspeeding their whole team, including some Scarfers, right? So Regieleki is really nice for that because since it has that, I can afford to to be super bulky. It's going to live so much more than it would in like OU or something, and should live so much more than it should with its defenses. And then it's also just like strong, especially since I have Serena and Cinderace too. I'm not forced to run it as a rapid spin bot every week. Obviously, some weeks it will be brought as a spinner. But if a team's weak to electric, I can run Specs Regieleki. That thing hits like a truck, just spamming Volt Switches, Thunderbolts, like stuff like that. So it's like if a team doesn't have a good ground type, or like if a team has a ground type that just doesn't do anything into like Kyurem, Slowking, Serena, Regieleki is going to like destroy them, right? And then Reverum is another really fun mon that I got. Gives me a steel type, poison type. One thing that's cool about these is I don't have any type overlap here. I actually don't have any type overlap in my whole draft until Charjabug and Regieleki at the bottom here. And Reverum is gonna be my Terra Captain. It's Terra Steel Ground Water. And it gives me like a Terra Captain that can set up and sweep, right? Gives you that setup sweeper Terra Captain, which a lot of people like. I can shift gear, I can Iron Head, you get high horsepower, you get Dunk Shot, all that fun stuff. But it's also a really good, just like bulky support mon too. So I got T-Spikes, I have Parting Shot, all that fun stuff. So if I look here, I have ground and I have water, which are both Terra types that I can run, offensively or defensively. I feel like most people consider water a more defensive Terra Captain type, but if I need something to blast through a ground type or a rock type, water will blow it up, stuff like that. I have on a shift gear set. So Reverum is really cool. It's going to do a lot. It has a lot of options. It's a very versatile mon, and it's going to force a lot of prep. Also gives me a base 90 speed tier, which is really nice because that's a very common speed tier, right? So now I have this base 90, base 95 here. So it's like Kyurem's outspeeding all the base 90s, And then you can't, the base 90s can't like speed, if they speed creep Serena, they're getting outspeed by max speed Revavroom. So stuff like that's really nice. My speed tiers really worked out really well. I would have liked like a base 80 here, but it didn't really work out. And then my last two mons are the Dunsparce and Charjabug. And I think these are really cool mons, right? They both give me so much utility. Dunsparce gives you Glare. I could do some Coil shenanigans if that works, but we'll see. I don't know. Dunsparce, just, Glare, Stealth Rocks, Body Slams, Yawns. It just spreads, status. It just puts up rocks. It gives me a secondary rocker, so Ting-Lu doesn't need that move slot all the time. And it's just annoying, right? It's a Terra Captain, so I have normal Ghost Fairy. And it's just going to be an annoying one to deal with. And then I have Charjabug. And Charjabug is just, it's just a one-pointer, but it gets, T-Wave, it gets, and it gets Sticky Web is the main one, right? And it's surprisingly bulky with a Violite. People underestimate, like, this thing with a Violite can live sometimes 2 hits from strong mons. So this gives me sticky webs. So I just, if I see a team that's weak to webs, 1 week I might bring Charjabug, might bring a web mode, which is cool. So yeah, I think overall, I think my team has really good type synergy. I think it has really good synergy. I'm really happy with how the team came out overall this time. Lots of good mons, lots of good things they can do. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm going to have my draft, my first week game, probably up tomorrow or Tuesday. And then, yeah, it'll be a fun draft. Thank you all for watching. Have a great day, guys.